So 1-3, prime numbers. So prime number is a number that is only divisible by itself and 1. So there's no other number that can go into that number except for 1. So, for example, easy one would be 3. There's no other number that can go in evenly to 3 except 3 and 1. Okay? That's one of your smallest prime numbers. 7 would be another example. Okay, it can only be divided by 1 or itself. Now 6, on the other hand, would not be a prime number because 6 can be divided by 2 or 6 can be divided by 3, right? 2 times 3 is 6. So it's got two parts that can make that up without one of them being a 1. So 7 and 3 are examples of prime numbers. 6 would be an example of what we call a composite number. So a composite number is a number that's divisible by itself and any number other than 1. Okay? So let's think of other examples. So, for example, let's do 32 and decide if that's prime or not. Think about your divisibility rules. The minute it ends in an even number, you know it's divisible by 2. So that's going to be a composite number. Okay? What about 19? Okay, well, 6 times 3 would give you 18. 7 times 3 would give you 21, so 3 is definitely not a factor. It's not a factor of 2 because it doesn't have an even number in the end. It's not a factor of 4 then, so all the multiples of 2 are out. It's not a multiple of 0 because it doesn't end in a 0. Not a multiple of 5 because it doesn't end in a 0 or 5. Let's try the 7 because that might be the 1. Well, 7 times 2 is 14. 7 times 3 is 21. 19 somewhere in between that. So 7 doesn't work. 8 times 2 is 16. But where do you know, because that's not an even number on the end, that 8's not going to work? But let's just noodle that out. 8 times 3 would be 24, so that doesn't work. We already decided that it can't be a multiple of 3 because 1 plus 9 is 10, and 3 doesn't go into 10 evenly. So we've used most of our divisibility rules that we know as of this point, and none of them work. So that is going to be a prime number. Okay? So let's go down below and decide each one of these if they are prime or composite. So let's go ahead and do the easy ones first. So anything that's going to be divisible by 2 is going to be a composite number. So 4 is going to be composite. 64 is going to be composite. And 12 is going to be composite. Those are all divisible by 2. So half of 4 is 2. Anything you can divide in half is a composite number. Half of 4 is 2. Half of 64 is 32. Half of 12 is 6. All of those I can cut in half, so they're all composite numbers. What about anything that ends in a 5? Well, that, if I needed to count out $225, I could do that with $5 bills, right? So that's going to be a composite number. Now, some of the other ones might get a little tricky, so let's see. Excuse me. So 17, we can go back to our rules up here, and 2 doesn't work, 3 doesn't work, 1 plus 7 is 8, 3 doesn't go into 8. So 2 doesn't work, so then 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8 are out. 5 doesn't work because it doesn't end in a 5 or a 0. 8 doesn't work because 8 times 2 is 16. Close, but no cigar. 9 doesn't work because 9 times 2 is 18. Also, they're already multiples of 2, so that doesn't work. So 17 is going to be a prime number. 53 is also going to be a prime number. There's no multiple that goes into that besides itself and 1, so that's going to be a prime number. 101, that looks like something that might be. Let's see, and so let's see if some of our bigger numbers might go in there. So let's even go past 10. We know it's not a multiple of 10. It's not a multiple of 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, or 10. That's out. 1 plus 0 plus 1 is 2, which is not a multiple of 3. So 3 and 6 are out. 3, 6, and 9 are out. The only thing we need to check is a 7. So let's see, 7 times 10 would give us 70. And if I subtract that from 101, I'd have 31 more. But 7 times anything doesn't equal 31 exactly. 7 times 4 would be 28. 7 times 5 would be 35, so it's close but not. 11's not going to work. 13's not going to work. So that is going to be a prime number. 37, let's go through our rules. So 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8 are all out because it ends in a 7, which is an odd number. So any multiple of 2 is out. 3, let's see if 3 works. 3 plus 7 is 10, which is not evenly divisible by 3, so that's out. So 3, 6, and 9 are out. 7, we could try. 7 times 5 is 35. Oh, close, but it doesn't have 7 more. 7 times 6 is 42, so 7 doesn't work. 37 is also a prime number. We're going to do a lot more practice in class and really get you working on your multiplication facts. Okay, good job.